Hello, I'm Tony Crow, and today I want to talk to you about a John Deere 333G track skid steer. This machine is a 96.6 horsepower Yanmar diesel engine. It does take DEF fluid. It will lift 3,700 pounds at a dump height of about 11 feet at the pivot pin, and operating weight is about 12,100 pounds. This is a beast of a machine and can be used for many, many applications, and we're going to talk about that later on as we work our way around the John Deere 333G. So we're going to start at the front of the machine. Now, earlier I said this is a beast of a machine, and what I meant by that is this John Deere 333G can be used for all kinds of different applications. You can put a forestry head on it and clear brush and small trees out if you're doing a golf course, or you just need to clear trails or whatever. You put a mulching head on this machine, it can handle it. High flow on this machine is 41 gallons per minute. Standard flow is about 25 gallons per minute on the hydraulic. So you can run just about anything you want with the John Deere 333G. There are options for dozer blades with 2D and 3D, so you can do backfilling and basically use this as a small bulldozer if you want to. Or like I said, a mulching head, auger attachment, really anything you want can be handled with the John Deere 333G. On the front of the machine, John Deere really put some thought into it as far as being able to enter and exit the machine safely. You have steps on top of the bucket, right behind the bucket, here, and right inside that make entering and exiting the machine very simple and very safe. Walk around, I'll open the door. The door is wide and open. It's easy for a person like myself or anybody else to get in and out of this cab without any issues. There are grab handles here, there, inside the cab, here and here, and also grab handle on the door. So lots of places for three-point contact as you climb in and out of the machine. The big thing that's great about the John Deere 333G is the room inside the cab. This cab is very roomy, very comfortable. If you're an operator and you're gonna be running this machine all day long, you're gonna be very comfortable inside this cab. John Deere put a lot of thought into it. You're not gonna feel cramped. And with the door opening the way it does, it allows you to have a lot more space as opposed to some of the competitors that have a roll-up door that's right above your head and makes you feel kind of cramped and claustrophobic. This door is open. It's wide, the cab is easy to get in and out of, and it's a great machine to run all day long to feel comfortable. Now inside the cab, John Deere has put a lot of features, and everything is right here in front of the operator so he can see everything that's going on. Other models will have stuff down here, over here, and here. John Deere has it all incorporated right here in front where it's easy to see, easy to maintain, and you know exactly what's going on with this machine as you're operating it. As you can see, lots of room. You can move around, do what you want. This machine is pilot controlled, so you can set it for ISO controls or standard H pattern. It's all right here at your hands. Makes it easy to operate this machine with the electric over hydraulic. On this side of the cab is your rear view camera. This is an option on this machine, and it is something that we try to add on every single solitary machine for safety reasons. But it just gives you a better view of what's going on behind you, especially on a busy job site. Even working in a small neighborhood, if you're working in and out of a backyard or whatever, it's always good to see what's going on. That camera is mounted right here, easy for you to see. Plus John Deere incorporated a little pocket right here. What's that for? Well, you gotta put your cell phone there. When the wife calls you, wants to know what's going on, see if you took the trash out, you'll know she's calling right here. You can decide whether you want to ignore that call or not. Radio is right up here. So if you have your unit equipped with a radio, you can certainly listen to tunes as you're working all day long. Up here is all of your hydraulic and operator controls. Your quick connect for your bucket is located right here, along with your work lights up here. Your auxiliary function for your electric hookup on your auxiliary hydraulics is right here. Then you also have your pump lockout, and your air conditioning and HVAC controls are right up here all by your hand. Another cool feature that John Deere's put in is a keypad. The keypad right here lets you operate this machine. You can put in an operator code on here. Instead of everybody has a John Deere key, no one will have your operator code except for you. You can put in a 3 to 5 digit code in here, and only the people that you authorize to use the machine will be able to do so by putting in the code and starting and running the machine. Also, one of the big rubs and one of the big things that I always hear when I'm selling a skid steer, especially a John Deere, is the way the door configuration is. What people say is, well, when the door is shut and if the boom's not all the way down or if the boom gets stuck in the air, I can't get out of the machine. Located down here by your left foot on the floor is a panel that you can open up, turn the valve, and that will automatically lower your boom all the way to the ground so you can then exit the cab. There's also an orange handle here and an orange handle here. You turn those up, that whole door window assembly pops out and you can step out that way. So there's 2 ways to exit this cab if you ever have an issue like that. And it's always been, that's the rub against the John Deere with this door configuration the way it is. But John Deere has solved that problem in 2 ways. Plus, there's an emergency exit out the back. You can always pop this window out and climb out that way too. So John Deere's put a lot of safety features in this machine to make it easy to operate and safe for you to run all day long. Now, John Deere's put a lot of thought into the track system and the angles of the metal on this machine. If you notice on the boom is angled, and if you notice down below here, all this is angled and sealed up. On some of our competitor models, the hoses are all opened up in here. The reason why John Deere does that is when you're running this through the mud and the muck, they want to make sure that that mud hits here and rolls off the boom. Prime example, you look right here, you can see where all the water is shed right off it. That's because it's angled, and John Deere protects those hoses with metal so you don't have to worry about downtime, ripping a hose, and not being able to get your work done. Another really cool feature that John Deere has thought of, if you've ever had an older John Deere machine and you need to put this on the trailer and tie it down, inevitably you were trying to fish your chain through the hole down here in the boom, or you were trying to chain onto this handle right here. John Deere recognized that that was an issue, and they put in integrated tie-down points, one right here and one right at the back of the machine, and the exact same matching points on the opposite side. It makes it so much easier to tie down the John Deere 333G, pop your chain in there, put on your strap, and you're good to go. 2 more things I want to touch on that John Deere thought about that is really, really cool on this machine. You have a place to put a lock here and a lock here. If you ever have this machine out on a job site and you leave for the day, you can lock it up and know no one's going to mess with your DEF tank, your diesel oil, or anything else, because you can lock it and keep it safe and secure. So that completes our walk around of the John Deere 333G. If you have any questions on this machine, any other skid steers, mini excavators, stop into any one of our 15 Koenig locations in Indiana and Ohio. We'll be more than happy to help you out, answer any questions that you have, and get you behind the wheel, let you try one of these out in our yards. You definitely will fall in love with it. If you like the information you got on the video, please hit like, and you can always check us out at koenigequipment.com.